Hello, 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 everyone out there on YouTube. Thank you for tuning in to Mr. Fletcher's Neighborhood. And as always, I am Mr. Fletcher. If you don't know, well, by now, I'm going to let you know that I am a big dreamer, and a story that I have kind of fits in with who I am as a person. And someone from the Boston area, this is a book I have to share with you that was written by authors, by an author and an illustrator based here in Boston. The name of the book is called Dream Street. So it was written by Trisha Elam Walker and illustrated by Equa Holmes. If you've seen any of my previous episodes, you can always go back to a previous episode, several that I have done, which features illustration by Miss Equa Holmes. Everyone has a story in this book, as is the case in real life. But I'm going to let the author tell you that. I'm going to let you hear it straight from the author. Here we go. Welcome to Dream Street, the best street in the world. Just ask the people who live here. The houses and dreams inside are as different as thumbprints. The sidewalks are wide enough for huge chalk drawings and giant hopscotch boards. Children from all over the neighborhood come to play until the streetlights go on. Now, Yusuf waits for his brother Biko at the corner of Humboldt Avenue and Dream Street. He's thinking about how their mom always says, "Don't leave the house without your crown." She likes to tell them stories about their ancestors who were queens and kings with dreams they never gave up on. Now, each morning, unless it's raining, Mr. Sidney reads the newspaper on his stoop, dressed to the nines, Miss Sarah likes to say. "What's the nines?" a child will ask, and Miss Sarah will answer, "Fancy, fancy." Mr. Sidney is a retired mail carrier living his dream of never having to wear a uniform again. He tips his big brown fedora and greets everyone with, "Don't wait to have a great day. Create one." Belle catches butterflies in a jar when they fly near Miss Sarah's bird bath, but she always lets them go before too long. "Everything has a right to be free," she says. "And every butterfly is different, just like snowflakes and people and dreams." Belle wants to become a scientist who studies butterflies. She says there's a special name for it, a lepidopterist. Azaria's house is next to the park. That girl can really jump some rope. She can do double dutch on one leg at a time. She can turn around and touch the ground. She can jump by herself with 2 ropes. She can even dance, jump, and dream of winning a shiny trophy one day, all at the same time. When she flies down the street, swinging her rope, she lifts her long brown legs as high as the sun. Now, Miss Sarah, known as the Hat Lady, is Belle's great auntie. Her voice is only a whisper, but there are stories between the lines of her face that she'll share with you when you come close. She's lived on Dream Street longer than anyone, even longer than some of the trees, watching children turn into grown-ups and listening to their dreams along the way. Now, Zion, pictured on the right, walks around the corner to the library to read skyscraper-tall piles of books that take him on adventures around the world. When other kids talk or laugh, he tells them, "Shh." Because doesn't everyone know you're supposed to be quiet in there? Some days, Miss Barbara, the librarian, hands him a brand new book and says softly, "I have a feeling this is your cup of tea." "Can boys be librarians?" Zion whispers to her, because it's his dream to become one. "Of course they can," she whispers back. She flashes a bright smile and he continues his journey through the pages of the next book, as I shall do. Edie lives at the top of the hill, and she searches for treasures that others throw away. She collects smooth rocks, broken jewelry, leaves and feathers, and adds them to her drawings of people on Dream Street. Meanwhile, her cousin, Tari, pays attention when new folks come around so she can make up stories about them. In her notebook, she scribbles down the things that she hears when they don't know she's listening. The cousins dream that someday they'll create a picture book together, and that'll be about everyone they know and meet on Dream Street. Next up, the Phillips family has 5 boys: Dudley, Donald, Donardo, Dexter, and Duke, all named after jazz musicians. Those boys are more than a handful, some say, but the brothers know not to act up or show out. On Sundays before church, their daddy, Mr. Phillips, lines them up on the front porch for inspection, from hats down to shine shoes. He dreams of forming his own jazz band with the Phillips boys one day. Oh, uh-oh. Looks like little Duke forgot his bow tie. The garden behind Desiree's house overflows with plants that you don't see every day. Purple lilies, red desert peas, and yellow passion flowers. Her magnolia trees smell like milk and honey, and they make your eyes feel heavy as if they want to close. Desiree's locks are so long, she can wrap them around her shoulders like a shawl. Sometimes she and her grandbaby, Little Song, they fall asleep together. Little Song makes sweet sounds and dreams little girl dreams. Now, when she was small, Miss Paula loved to twirl on her tiptoes up and down Dream Street. But now she teaches African dance at the rec center, her head wrapped around and round with bright fabric until it's as high as a pyramid. Her feet move lightning fast, slap, slap, slapping and tap, tap, tapping the floor, keeping pace with the drummer's hands. Watch out! You might get dizzy if you stare too long. Sometimes, when the rhythm takes hold, her wrap unravels and it falls to the ground. She never stops moving, even as she stoops down to pick it up. Lil Benjamin, who lives in the purple house next to the park, is tucked snugly into bed, but he doesn't want to go to sleep and dream. He might miss something important. He hugs his teddy bear, Tyler, who isn't ready for sleep either. Instead, they count the stars that sparkle through the bedroom window and listen to laughter outside from the big kids who don't have to go to bed yet. The children who live and play on Dream Street, they can become whatever and whoever they want because their dreams are nourished and cared for, just like Desiree's flowers. There is no need to worry or to rush. They take their time growing and playing, learning and living, and soaring skyward toward all the adventures that await them. Now that we have completed this here reading, yes, make sure you understand, please understand, that Dream Street is not an actual location. Dream Street is an address that existed in the mind of the author. There's a Dream Street in my mind, and there should be a Dream Street in your mind. All of us may not have the same neighbors, but Dream Street will have neighbors that come and go. The only permanent resident of Dream Street should be yourself. And always take time to renovate that neighborhood in your mind. Or I should say, just Dream Street in general. Thank you all for listening. That was another episode of Mr. Fletcher's Neighborhood. And take care.